Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Democracy 3, episode number 6. This will be the last episode of our series. I want to apologize that there's a little bit of landscaping or yard work going on outside, but the show must go on. And I think this will be a pretty quick episode, because we're very close to the end. We are just blowing through this second phase. Let's look. So GDP's high, health's high, education's high, poverty's low, crime's low, and unemployment is dropping, but it's not there yet. We have actually managed to turn our our budget deficit into a huge surplus, and we are now we're stockpiling money. I mean, at this point, what I would like to see is giving out the U.S. money, the U.S. government giving out money as a loan. I would like to see really low interest rate loans. That'd be a very cool mechanic if you had reserves. No businessman worth their salt, especially something in the trillions, nobody would just be leaving $1 trillion in a bank account just to do nothing, not to collect interest. So, obviously this would be loaned out to people at very low rates. It's just, instead of the Treasury, the C-bills or whatever, or the T-bill, we'd have the inverse of that. We'd have people being able to take loans out from the government, or something like this. Probably not people, but maybe other nations and stuff such like this. As it used to be, I think pre-World War I, there's this joke, or not joke, but just this saying about how prior to World War I, the UK was a creditor, and after that it was a debtor. Did I have that backwards? Is a debtor the person who has a debt or collects a debt? Well, you know what I mean. UK was giving out money before it and was asking for money after. Okay, so enough about stuff I don't know enough about to talk about, but I'm trying to anyways. Retail merger. I'm gonna block this merger, and mainly because small business trade unionists. Look, at the trade unionists are one of the last people who don't really like me, so we're gonna try to make amends for that. We still have a ton of money to spend on pretty much whatever we want. So we go over and we just start looking at all these different things we can do. Driverless car laws. I think that this reduces... oh man, people really like... We'll ban this low whatever. Oil usage, car usage, environment... I mean, it seems good. Motorists don't like it, but that's fine. Our car tax is not going to be really paying for itself. Hey, I think that air travel is just going to be going up and up and up because, basically, we're banning all cars, all the cars. But what I can do to maybe compensate is maybe I can increase the road subsidies, road building. So this decreases unemployment. Environmentalists don't like it. I need 18 political points to do this, but it will increase car usage again, and the motorists don't like it that much. I'd rather do something else, like new car subsidies. You know what? Where are the motorists? They don't hate me entirely. We'll see how they're doing. With 8 points, we could probably just leave this as it is. And maybe the last thing we end up doing is just cutting back on taxes. I mean, I've done pretty much everything else. I'm reluctant to do that because, in my opinion, it's the last thing you want to do. Earthquake. Okay, everyone's upset. GDP is terrible. Water shortage. Are you kidding me? Okay, so how do you address this? We'll have to figure out how to do we just need to decrease the number of farmers, I think. We still have a surplus, a huge one. What does my cabinet look like? Well, he's super effective. I mean, these guys have been in office long enough now that they're just extremely effective. So it's hard to really change anybody at this point. They're all doing their job very well. So... water shortage. How do we change this? Compulsory work for the unemployed. I guess this would... I kind of want to implement this, but it's 25 points. Okay, let's talk about the water problem first. This will increase... Okay, maternity leave seems like a good thing. Parents will like it. Probably GDP goes down. Capitalists won't like it. I'm just guessing. Rural development grants. Let's try this. Farmers like it, and membership goes up. No, this is the opposite of what I want. Alright, it does get rid of unemployment, though, so that's pretty awesome. That's acceptable. We'll have to find another way to discourage farmers. That unfortunately took a lot of my... Yeek. Robotics research grants, well, they're not really popular. Enterprise investment scheme, what? Oh, okay. Tax breaks to wealthy individuals who invest in startup companies. Encourages investment in companies which eventually grow and stimulate the economy, whilst at the same time giving a popular tax break to people who invest them. Obviously, indirectly, this scheme is being subsidized by those without savings to invest. Actually, not really. It's the government. It's just... I think I still like this. I mean, I invested in it, so I hope it's good. Okay, GDP's up, unemployment's up. That's not good. I want to get unemployment down. Fracking, okay. Energy companies carry out commercial oil fracking. Probably I'm going to say no to this. I'll drive energy prices down, reduce our dependency. No, yeah, we're going to ban it. 163, we finally cut the budget. Not that it should be a goal, but and the global economy is coming up, so it's funny to see my income dip so like significantly. I never can really figure out what's going on with that. So it's funny, everybody dislikes me, and yet my popularity is 100%. Oh my gosh, race riots. Well, these are almost down. I mean, racial tension. Citizenship tests. So if we can limit immigration, I think that's going to be an important thing. We had a refugee crisis, which was probably spurring it up, but I guess this will increase. I know the liberals don't like it, but this will decrease immigration. I think we need to do it a little bit. Oh man, it's going to cost 18. I don't want to do it because of the political points. It just doesn't seem worth my time. Or, not my time, but my political points. I think we can get other benefits, better benefits, without doing that. A lot of this stuff here, like free eye test, that should just help everyone, right? Climate change adapt. So this is hugely expensive, but what if we just do this? It gets rid of water shortage. Okay, speaking of having a surplus, farmers are going to like it, but this is actually going to increase the number of farmers, I think. Hopefully not, but... What if I just go crazy? Long-term prediction system for climate change. Water shortage will go away, unemployment goes down. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna bankrupt the company, not the company, but the country. We're gonna bankrupt the country on this wing and a prayer, trying to solve our water shortage and all those other things. How's crime doing lately? It's a little bit, and violent crime still nothing good. That's the most important thing. I think race riots are gonna drop. Internet crime, I don't think I'll ever be able to kill that one. Drug addiction, I don't know how to do this. I really don't know how to get rid of it. We've already maxed that. Look, how do you get rid of the drug addiction? This is an honest question. I haven't seen any of the feedback, or I haven't seen any feedback from people suggesting what to do. This game's pretty old. I mean, I don't know. There's probably a really well-established way of playing this correctly, but I don't know it. So, drug addiction. We have very low poverty. I mean, what? How the hell do you get rid of it? We already are pretty much banning our narcotics. So that one's, we've maxed this, we maxed this, we maxed this. Unemployment we have decreased significantly. Why did this go up? This was supposed to decrease unemployment, but okay. So anyway, there is a small amount of unemployment causing this, but private healthcare, I mean, that's not going to be as effective as state health service, so we put the right money in there. And poverty is just very, very low. How can we get rid of it? We can drop the sales tax. The sales tax does increase poverty. Capitalists don't like it. Equality goes down. Poor earnings. I think this might be a good thing to do. Lowering it. Okay, so what do we... actually, we don't want to lower any taxes because I just did something which is hugely expensive. Okay. Let's look at homelessness then. I think it's finally time, next turn, to do state housing. I guess we could do rent control. Well, people are going to be really unhappy with that. Let's just do state housing and solve the problem. We're becoming a pure socialist society. But I have to say, this is just the way the game kind of asks you to go. And we have a minor deficit of 120 billion now, but yeah, that's okay. Let's see. Religious... versus probably liberals. Let's see who. Again, I'm not going to take a stance on this personally. We'll probably just. I'm pretty sure we're not going to ban it, but let's kind of look at what that would mean. Religious people are okay, and liberals. I think it's easier to please the religious, so I'm actually going to. What did I say? It's easier to me, the liberals are more important, so we want to allow same-sex marriage. Do not ban it. We can always... What abortion law is already pretty favoring the religious. Yeah. Actually, it's... What? Both the liberals and the religious like this? Oh my gosh. Well, then you would just never change abortion laws. It's like a net positive. Exactly where it is. Trade unionists. You know, I tried so hard. I got so far. But in the end, it didn't matter. But I guess I could have adjusted this. Let's see what else we can do. I think there's other things we can do, like activate the Drone Strike Act. Very important. There's so many economy things I think we have to do. No, I mean not have to, but there's so many options right now. Rare earth metal mining. So we can do this, and this will solve the rare earth this problem. Yeah, this problem has not gone away. Water shortage. Oh man, I was really hoping that would. We're just at the cusp, so we need the environment to... the environment really can't go up anymore. I think we need the... Okay, so this is going to have a long-term effect, water shortage. It says 0, which to me implies it's instant, but I guess not. It's going to be... Oh, delayed implementation delay is 18. I see. And then the effect of this... So there's a very, very, very delayed effect. We'll never see it in time. But I think it was still kind of interesting to enact. For a tax, we could do an airline tax, which are relatively popular. We'll stunt our GDP a little bit, but also bring down air travel a fair amount. Not going to bring in that much money, but main thing is it takes down the air travel, which will also cut back on the environment impact a little bit. So CO2 emissions, the environment. Air travel's way up, so this will actually should make a lot of money for us. We'll go to the next turn. We're pretty much done now, right? Okay, GDP dropped a little bit. That's fine. Oh, is that oil supply? Well, we don't really care about oil supply. Oh, race riots have ended. Whew, fantastic. GDP's down a little bit, but unemployed. Everything's in the green. We've made it. We've done it. And look at this. The Independence Party has 296 million members. That's out of a population of like 320, right? So just to give you an idea, the whole world, I mean the whole country just loves us. We somehow got a surplus. How did that happen? I don't know. Despite my best efforts to basically just spend in every way possible. Water shortage has gone back up. Okay, well we know that that's technically going to decline in the very, very long term. Let's do state housing. And I might not max this one out. Oh, real estate bubble is going to drop. Homeless. Oh my gosh. What if we just went crazy on it? I don't think we need to. Let's just put like, what are we at right now? Yeah, I think that this is actually a pretty fair spot to leave us. Capitalists are not going to like it. Poverty goes down significantly. I mean, there's a lot of benefits, right? Poor, equality, socialists all go up. Poor earnings go up. Socialism goes... I don't really care about that one, but real estate bubble goes down. I mean, this is good. Let's go up to 122. Very expensive. Is there a tax we want to implement? Like a luxury goods tax, perhaps? Oh, there's actually tax credits here. I should have been looking at that more, because health tax credits is like a good thing. Let's implement a health tax credit. I'll spend more money on their private health. So this will help all the people. Socialists don't like it and the poor people don't like it, but capitalists do. I mean, everybody likes it, and This is interesting. Maybe it's not a good system. Look, we're at the end of my term, so I don't really care. I can implement all kinds of crap and just let the next person deal with the budget. Because it won't be me. Homelessness is now at an end. Ghettos? What? How the hell does that happen? I love this line, though. This is so nice, the way to see this very slow effect of things. How the hell did this happen? Racial tension. Okay, get this racial tension down. Citizenship. Okay, that's already done. Racial tension's dropping. Community policing, Racial Discrimination Act's already helping. How the hell do we solve this? We need to get rid of immigration, I guess. So let's go ahead and stop immigration to the best of our abilities, which I guess is going to be one of these things. By the way, this didn't really pay any dividends. I'm a little upset about that, but... Okay, then one of these is... Yeah, it's time to do this. We need to cut immigration. I think minorities aren't going to like it, but look I mean, they're going to like it a lot more than having ghettos. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe I'll go up to... The highest amount of passport checks, biometric checks, just seems silly. You know what? I have to make sure the immigration problem is solved. Let's do biometric checks. But not armed guards. Okay. Hopefully that solves that problem. It's a constant balancing act trying to get all these right. Environment's looking better. This is now going up again. Yikes. Well, we can solve that. We do know a way. Drug addiction, I mean, look, I just don't know how to solve that, so we're going to leave it. Ghettos, it's going to take a while for that to go away as well. Who doesn't like us, though? Basically, it's just the trade unionists who don't like us. Unemployment that keeps dropping. Real estate bubble. I'm surprised that this state housing had no impact. I guess it takes a while to go. So, freedom of information. Nobody likes the entire government holding information about them, and some circumstances needs to be done. This might help. This might decrease the internet crimes, but liberals are probably going to be happy with this one. Let's just do this. Intelligentsia. Let's find out what this one is. Oh, that's it. This is the game. It's perfect. I'm guessing 0% for opposition. We'll get some non-voters, though. It's a little bit weird, obviously completely unrealistic to expect that 99% of the people would vote in an election where there's only one person to vote for. And that's not exactly true, right? There's technically another party, the opposition, they just got 0 votes. I mean, this is insane. So we've done it. We've won. Now this is okay, again, this is what I like to see the most. Let's take a look at these changes. Health up by 90%, education up by 32%, crime has dropped by 77%, violent crime down. It's down to basically 0. So that was only a decrease of 1.5%, but still. Poverty down by 20%, that's good. Equality up by 4%, environment up by 50%. The work week did drop by 5%, that's good to see. Technology up by 14%, car usage down by 57%. Rail usage actually dropped by 2%. Bus usage was up by 4%. Productivity is up by 18%. Unemployment down by 53%. Holy cow, that's a big drop in unemployment. Carbon emissions dropped by 73%. Air travel was up by 33%. Immigration up by 45%. Yeah, we did need to... I don't mind. I mean, from a game mechanic point, let me think about this. Yeah, I think immigration helps solve like skill shortage and stuff like that. I mean, and I imagine if I'm like running a Superpower 2 type, if you're running like a Superpower 2 or like a Supreme Ruler Ultimate, you want more people in your country, like more people you can throw into the military to conquer the world. But anyways, I mean, immigration, I don't really know how to, this is just I don't know how to parse this. And that's maybe why they give it in black, because I don't think it really matters. Energy efficiency, yeah, green here, so this is a good thing. Up by 50%, racial tension down by 14%, foreign relations up by 42%, international trade up by 6%, oil demand down by a huge amount, 42%. I wasn't even really focusing on this, but it was just a byproduct of saving the environment. Poor earnings down by 5%. Hey, oil demand and supply. I mean, this is kind of like a COVID situation. Minus 6.4% middle earnings drop. High earnings increased by, holy cow, 21%. GDP increased by 50%. Is this saying something about how GDP affects people? I don't know. Private healthcare down by -20, but that makes sense because state healthcare was up by a huge amount. Yeah, actually, I think that these are probably bad things to have, these private things. Tobacco usage was down by only 1.4%. I would have liked to have cut that, but alcohol consumption down by 32%. I only wanted to cut that to remove the alcoholic problem. Traffic congestion down by 68%. So, as a person who lived in LA, I'm very happy to see that. Tourism up by, 47%. I didn't really feel the effect of this. Really didn't. I don't know what... I mean, I guess technically it helps your GDP, but I didn't really feel that. Currency strength, I guess it was growing because of GDP, but I don't really understand that either. I mean, I understand why currency strength would grow with GDP, but I don't really know. I didn't really focus on that, I should just say. Wages up. This, I guess has some negative costs and all the state stuff. That makes sense. Why does it have a negative? Oh, I think that wages are so low, it's having it's lowering these things. But if wages continue to go up, which I actually do want, then it'll help because it helps poor earnings and middle earnings and productivity. Okay, industrial automation was up by 12%. That's something I wasn't trying to focus on. Food prices were actually up by 40%. That's not what I wanted. Oh, and that's because of water shortage. Yeah. Average temperature actually went up, but this is mostly because of the year. My CO2 emissions, I mean, you can see at times, even though the year is constantly going up, I was still trying to fight that. So I will retire in glory. You managed to preside over an unparalleled period of high educational achievement and turned this nation into the world's intelligentsia. Congratulations. And that is going to do it for this series. So thanks so much for watching. If you have any comments or recommendations for future, Tycoon, Econ Simulator type games to play, let me know in the comments. I always take the comments at the end of a series pretty seriously. I like to read them and see what other people are thinking about the series, how it went, and what other recommendations for future series that you guys might have. So until the next series or the next video that you partake in, thanks for watching and take care.